Hey, I'm Aimé Lomdieu, and I would like to welcome you to Create Your Nice Day. This weekly podcast is intended to help you prepare for the journey of a lifetime by giving you a chance to take life on, one little adventure at a time. I'm here to teach the art of celebration, the art of living life well. I'm an artist, a storyteller, a speaker, and a life adventurer. But most importantly, I'm a creator, and I want to show you how you can be a creator too. Your life is your greatest masterpiece, so how you doing with yours? You know, the first step to having a bright future is learning how to turn the lights up a bit today. And if you've been following me, we've already started to do that. We started to do that in the first two shows, String Theory Part 1 and String Theory Part 2, by discussing problems and snags and how to begin to think differently about them. And then we talked about life's daily struggles and that everybody goes home with a little dirt on their shoes, if you know what I mean. But that's the first step to empathy, realizing that everyone has dirt on their shoes at the end of every day in and day out. And once we open our eyes up to that fact, yep, other people have problems too, we begin to start noticing and seeing the problems that others have. I got mud, but he got crap. Believe it or not, that can lead to an open mind and an open heart. So we acknowledged our problems, everyone else's problems, and the fact that we all are going to die with stuff on our to-do list left undone. Okay. Whew. But then what about the problems we do have? What about the constant snags? And that's when I suggested we look at a few issues and see if there's anything that might be prohibiting your ability to solve your problem satisfactorily. And what do I mean by solve your problem satisfactorily? I mean you are happy with A, the time it takes you to find solutions, B, the positive outcomes you're getting with your track record, and C, the growth that you're experiencing as you work through a regular day with all of its ups and downs. So then we started talking about issues. And issues are the stuff that everyone has and no one wants to listen to. You know issues when you hear them. It's those warm, close, comfy moments when someone tries to share with you something deep and personal. I hate those creepy moments, but we've all done it at least once. I know I've done it at least 1,000,000 times. And let me tell you now, because I promised to be honest with you from the get-go, no one cares about your mother but you. We all know the snowflake story, or the Halloween costume story, or whatever it is that your mother is from hell story. We all have one, and no one should share their my mother is from hell story with anyone. Not unless you are really, really drunk and you're with one of your siblings and the two of you are by yourself. If you have no siblings, then you are allowed to use one girlfriend to dump on, but she must live in another state. If you have pressing my mother is from hell stories, then spare your friends, spare your bartender, and get a counselor for 12 sessions. 3 months of reviewing the skeletons in that closet, shut the door, and then find a new closet for the new stuff. The first one is going to be closed for business. Anyway, back to issues. I then listed the 10 biggest issues that stop people from being able to get the knots out of their string. Meaning the issues that tie up our hands, so to speak, so that our problem solving becomes difficult. Last week we talked about addiction, and this week we're going to talk about codependency. So what is codependency? It's the ability to take care of everyone else in your little world except for yourself. And how can you tell if you're codependent? If you have safety pins in your underwear but your son has new Nikes, you're codependent. If you haven't slept more than 7 hours in 6 months, but no one seems to notice, you're codependent. If you look in the mirror and see everyone else but you, you're codependent. If you define yourself by the roles that you play, I'm so-and-so's mom, or I'm so-and-so's wife, or I'm so-and-so's daughter, you are probably codependent. And if you don't know off the top of your head 3 things to do with $20 and a free Saturday afternoon, you are codependent. And codependency is based on need. That codependent's need for them and their need for the codependent. Codependency is a relationship based on a lie. A codependent relationship is based on a belief that you really can't exist without me and that I can't really exist without you. And that is a lie. I don't care how many times they sing about it in country western songs, it's simply not true. And it's a lie that harms so many people it blows my mind. The word this week is the word need. N-E-E-D. Need. Codependency is a relationship built on need. And you want to know what need is? And you can skip Webster again this week. Need is never-ending expectations, demands. Again, need is never-ending expectations, demands. Now, doesn't that sound like hell? Never-ending expectations, demands. I mean, it sounds like hell to me. But isn't that what need is? I need this, I need that. What do you really need? You know what we used to ask people, just to be a smart ass? How does it feel to want? Like when someone would come up and ask for a cigarette or something. No. How does it feel to want? Well, I'm telling you, wanting doesn't feel good. Having is fine, but wanting sucks. And the best way to deal with wanting is learning to go without. Codependency is thinking they need me. And the truth of the matter is, they don't. And no matter what you do or how you do it, no matter how big or how great or how kind or how loving, they really don't need you. And guess what? You don't really need them either. So if I don't need them and they don't need me, then why stay together? Because it's fun to have people to dance with and laugh with and learn with. And once you stop needing people to need you or stop needing people to help you have your life, well, then you can just be with people you like being with and doing stuff with that you like doing. Codependency is such a huge cop-out, and it was such a stumbling block for me. And I couldn't see it for a long time. I needed to go to my son. I needed to help my mom. I needed to go to the fundraiser. I had to save the world, so I wouldn't have to try and save myself. And then I'll tell you what somebody told me. For the next 30 days, I want you to pretend that you have one client. That one client is you. And so for this next month, I want you to see what you can do for that one client. Can you move them ahead? Can you help them succeed? And so I offer that to you. For the next 30 days, I want you to pretend that you have one client. And that one client is you. Let me know how you do. Next week, we're going to be talking about issue number 3, which is child abuse, otherwise known as parenting. Now, let me be clear about this. I'm not going to try and make light of child abuse. I'm not a terrible person. However, we are going to discuss the difference between child abuse and parenting, because I think there's a lot of people out there that are just blowing stuff way out of proportion. And then at the same time, there are others who are dealing with daily trauma and consider it just another day in paradise. So we're going to take a look at the many shades of gray and some of the shades of black and blue of child abuse. And we're going to get real. Okay? Okay. I still haven't gotten any pictures on my spiritual scavenger hunt game. It's a lot harder getting the cards out than I thought, especially now that it's yucky weather all half the time. The other problem I'm having is my health. So I can only do what I can do, but I did get out 30 this last week. And it's a pleasure to getting to know so many people. I'm telling you, doing this podcast has really helped me expand my little horizon. I'm doing stuff like videotaping myself that I've never done before. And every day I'm doing something new. In a way, it's kind of scary, but in a way, it's kind of exhilarating. And for those of you who don't know yet about my spiritual scavenger hunt game, let me try and give you a brief synopsis. Basically, I came up with an idea for a game that would teach people the first 2 rules about being happy. The first rule of happiness is to look for the good. And the second rule of happiness, once you've found the good, is to share it with somebody else. So I devised a little game card. It has a poem on it, and then under the poem is a list of 10 items. What you need to do is take a picture of each of the items on your card, and then send them to me via my website, createyourniceday.com. All lowercase, all one word. Or you can email them to me at createyourniceday@gmail.com. Once I get a few entries, I'll be able to start awarding a $25 Disney gift card to the winner of the best photo sent in every week. I know I have to give it time, but I'm pretty excited about it, being able to give away my first gift card. Okay, thanks for watching. please hit the subscribe button. That subscribe button gives meaning to this madness. Oh, thanks again, and we'll see you next week. Create your nice day, everybody.